In a trial, a southern small town prosecuting attorney called his first witness. It was a grandmotherly older lady. He approached her and asked her, "Mrs. Jones, do you know me?" She responded, "Why, yes, I do know you, Mr. Williams. I've known you since you were a boy, and frankly, you've been a complete disappointment to me. You lie, you cheat on your wife, and you manipulate people and talk about them behind their back. You think you're a big shot when you haven't got the brain to know you'll never amount to anything but a 2-bit paper pusher. So yes, I know you," she says. The lawyer was stunned and didn't know what to do. He looked across the room and says, "Mrs. Jones, do you know the defense attorney?" She replies, "Why, yes, I do. I've known Mr. Bradley since he was a youngster as well. He's a lazy bigot and he has a drinking problem. He can't build a healthy relationship with anyone, and his law practice is one of the worst in all the state. Not to mention, he cheated on his wife with 3 different women. One of them is your wife. Yes, I know him." The defense attorney nearly died. The judge asked both counselors to approach the bench, and very quietly he whispered to them, "If either of you idiots ask her if she knows me, I'll send you both to the electric chair." You're welcome.
Morning, Joe. Morning, Joey. Hi, you chubby doggy.
All right, this morning I'm going to make French toast. And I feel like this is something that people could definitely make differently. So let me know how you make yours. I know my sister, I feel like she adds sugar in her egg, and some people add cinnamon. I do too sometimes. So because I'm mentioning it, I'll probably do it today. But let me know how you make yours if it isn't the same as mine. Usually I just do egg, beat it with a little salt. Sometimes I'll add a teaspoon, or probably less, maybe like a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extracts as well. I do like that. So if I can find that, I will add that as well today. And then a little cinnamon, and then soak my toast on each side and cook it. So we're gonna do that. Like I said, if that's how you do it, awesome. If not, let me know. Give me some other ideas of things maybe you put in it, or different ways that you do it. So let's get making some French toast. I always use this dish too because it's not a flat plate, but it's not a deep bowl. So the toast just sits, or the bread sits really nicely in there and soaks up the egg. I also like to use 2 eggs because I find that way I feel like I'm eating more egg than bread, so more protein than carbohydrate. I did find my vanilla extract, so I will put a little bit in. That's more like 1/2 teaspoon. That might be too much, but whatever. And a little salt. Looking good. I'll let that soak while I get the frying pan heated. Do a little flip on the bread. Let that side soak. Put a little butter on it. And then dose it in maple syrup. Looks good, doesn't it? Yum. It's good. Not for dogs.
You can't have it. No, you cannot have my French toast. No way.
I find adding the vanilla with the maple syrup together, it almost makes it taste like cake. So even though I'm eating 2 eggs and a piece of bread, it tastes like I'm eating cake. So that's really awesome because there's no extra sugar in it. I guess whatever sugar's in the maple syrup, but that's like a natural sugar at least. So it seems decently healthy to me, but tastes super yummy. If you've never used vanilla in your French toast, you need to try it.
What? What?
The shower. It won't drain. The shower. It's not draining.
Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good.
No.
That would mean that's probably frozen.
Greg,
We got heat tape on it, but
that sucks. Way to ruin my shower. It's now turning into a bath.
it's a bower?
My bath shower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sort that out. Might have to use the other one.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll have to get out of here. Greg.
Yeah, so I got a bit of a problem here in the bathroom that goes onto the ensuite off the master in the new addition here. So that there, the downpipe for this, the part that holds the water, is underneath. We have heat tape plugged into it. You see right there. Problem is, there was a whole bunch of snow and that skirted the cabin, and the skirting, unbelievably, if you keep a draft off it, that'll keep that from freezing, no problem with the heat tape on it. But it got really cold lately. But right before it got really cold, it rained like crazy, and it got rid of the temporary skirting we had there. And we haven't obviously got the skirting on this year. We were just going to go with the snow. Anyways, because it washed it all away, we're waiting for some more snow for that reason. That's like the one benefit of getting some more snow right now, is that that'll be the skirting, you know, going forward for this winter. Anyways, the pipe's frozen though right now. So we do have some of this stuff that we throw in when we remember, but it didn't get thrown in the most recent time because it had warmed up. So we, you know, forgot to cool down. And well, now we are with some frozen pipes. Anyways, I just looked online. We got Starlink here. That's how we get online for the remote location. But I looked up to make sure I could get a heat gun, because I'm going to go get a heat gun, but I just want to make sure it was there before I drive a ways to get it. So I'm going to get one, then I'll have one whenever I have to deal with this kind of thing. But once this is skirted in, I mean, this won't be a problem. This is just like during construction days problem, right? Just never skirted that. I didn't feel like nailing a bunch of random crap on there because I don't have enough to do it. And I didn't feel like doing it off. I have to tear it off later. Usually we just use what's left of the hemlock and then go around with that, which that was the plan for this, but we don't have siding yet, so we don't have it. But anyways, doesn't matter. I'm going to get the heat gun. And then it got really cold though. It's like minus 20. So that's why it froze like that. It'll actually, the heat tape will hold up for a long time before then. Anyways, they got like 20 of those heat guns in the closest town to here. So I'm going to drive there. And I'm going to get one of those heat guns. I'm going to crawl under and I'm going to, you know, blow the hot air at that freaking downspout until it releases and we're good to go. So if we go over here, it's actually back quite a ways, but you can see it down there. See, like, where are we at here? Right back there with all the insulation hanging down there. Anyways, that's where the heat tape's on that, and a bunch of insulation around it. I really should pack insulation around that downspout too. We've had to do that in the past. I was just hoping the heat tape would hold up, but now that it's super cold, it didn't. Anyways, I'm going to do the heat gun, and I'm going to aim it at that. so we can sort that out. We've had a lot of other stuff on the go lately, just, you know, with winter and all this Christmas, holidays, all that other stuff. So we're just basically living right now, and it consists of things like this. So I'm going to get heat guns so we get that sorted. So we actually have a bathtub, because the other thing's just a stand-up shower, but the baby, we use the tub. And, you know, Sam and whoever else, me, Ashley, whoever, it's another shower tub thing, you know. It's a tub, we need it. And obviously you don't want that, like, cracking, so I want to get that sorted out. Okay, got one. Gonna crawl into the house, and it's dark out, unfortunately, because of short days. Took a while to get back, but here we are. Gonna go see if I can get that sorted out. There we go. This is frozen. Oh, you hear it? He's draining. Nice. All right, so what I'll do now, that heat tape will work for quite a ways when it get down to below 20, so what I'll do now, once it's skirted in, it'll be good, but what I'll do now is I'll go up and I'll put the plumbing antifreeze, so that sits in this spot, just so I don't end up with that happening again. Just have to watch it on these real cold days. Okay, we'll get some of this stuff down there now. This here. Don't need a whole lot down there, just enough to keep that from, just enough to fill that trap. Kind of made a mess of things in that tub. Let's sort that out. Anyways, that's not optimal, but that'll work for now. You know, again, probably throw some insulation around the trap there at the bottom. And more than anything is getting it skirted. Once it's skirted, we don't have any insulation around the other one on the other side, and it's perfectly fine. Because once it's skirted in, you keep that draft off it, and then just the way we have it insulated with the bubble foil and then the skirting, then that bottom part will stay just above freezing, so nothing freezes up under there as well. So everything stays pretty good. Anyways, that'll do the trick for now. That sucked having that frozen, so we're good to go.
All right, I have some venison tenderloin, so deer tenderloin right here, and I'm going to chop it up and I'm going to fry it. I'm only going to do half right now because Jeremy will eat his later. He's not hungry right yet. The noise in the background is Adriana on her playmat. Here she is. Looks good, doesn't it? Supper is served.